Namaste. A very warm welcome to day 22. Today we are going to talk about how to organize things that we have learned so far. You've been telling me that it's become difficult to practice everything as we have learned a lot of concepts. So today we'll give some form to it so that we can put it all in one place and follow it without any difficulty. So let's get started. So on day 22, we are talking about journaling and planning. A quick follow up. Did you make a healthy snack for your kid or for yourself? On day 19, we spoke about eating right. And as a task, I'd asked you to make a healthy snack. If you have not done it, I'm waiting. Please make it and send a picture of it. Did you meditate? This is a difficult zone for most of the people because they assume that meditation is boring. But the kind of insights and learning that meditation can be experienced only once you start practicing it. So, I request you to go through it again and try it at least for a week and see what a difference it can bring into your life. So please do not skip this. I hope if you have not already done it, you'll go back to the video and do a simple basic meditation technique that I have taught you there. I highly recommend this and please don't miss this. How is your holy hour going? If you have been doing it regularly, it's been 15 plus days since you started waking up at 5 a.m. It's an amazing achievement and I'm very proud of you. Please continue for a few more days and then it will be a habit. Even if you don't want to wake up, you'll be able to wake up even without an alarm. Journaling. What is journaling? It is simply writing down your thoughts and feelings to understand them more clearly, keeping track of events by recording them. So it can be recording events, your thoughts, or your feelings. Writing is a window to the mind and soul. So once you start writing it, you'll be able to understand yourself better. What are the benefits? It helps in creating meaningful connection with yourself because this is like a conversation you have with yourself and you reflect upon what are your thoughts. So this will help you understand yourself better. And things that you write on journal is out of your head, right? Because if you're going with all those thoughts in your mind, it is difficult to fall asleep. But once you write it down on paper, you've given it enough time. You've given each thought and emotion enough time, so it will be out of your mind and on the book. So you will be able to have a peaceful sleep. Helps overcome stress, anxiety, and depression. This is proven. You can look for different studies on the same. It helps us to be mindful, right? We have just spoken about mindfulness. So when you know how you're feeling, when you know what your thoughts are, you're being aware and you're being attentive. So it helps you become more mindful. Understanding patterns to work on them. Once you write your journal, after a week or after a month, we need to review it. Have a look at what is it that has bothered you quite often. So you'll see a pattern. You can look at incidents that have irritated you or made you anxious or angry and find out what these different instances are. And you'll be able to see a pattern in it. Once you know what your triggers are, whatever causes your emotional imbalance is your trigger. So once you find your trigger, you'll be able to resolve it to overcome your emotional reactions. So the next time something like that happens, you'll know what is the trigger and you'll be able to respond in a more peaceful way, overcoming negative thoughts and behavior. So once you start observing the pattern, you will know what are your thoughts. You'll be able to see your thought process, right? So if you have constantly written things like, I'm so weak or I get angry very easily, then you know that these beliefs are set by your own experience or by what you have believed in the past. If we don't journal it, we'll never realize them. But once you start writing it down, it's all clear in front of your eyes. So you'll be able to understand yourself better. It helps in healing, obviously, right? You understand your triggers, you understand your pattern, you understand your negative thoughts, you'll be able to overcome it. And when everything happens, you will be able to help yourself. You don't even need somebody else's help, right? You'll be able to see what the problem is. You'll be able to devise a method to come out of it or find solution for it. In that way, you're healing yourself. So this will help you become a much better person. Self-realization to find life's purpose. The more and more you understand about yourself, you'll be able to understand where you stand, how your life is, what is your life's goal, what is your life's purpose. So this will help you in self-realization. So this will really help you move forward in life much faster than what you had been doing so far. How to journal? Write every single day and have a fixed time slot for this. I stress on this many times because that is how important it is to have a planned slot to do everything in your life. Keep journal and pen ready on bedside table or a place where you can sit and do it comfortably before going to bed. I had asked you to create a peace corner. Hope you have your peace corner ready. And this can be also a great place to sit at the end of the day and journal your thoughts and feelings. Brain dump. One of the easiest way to do it is to just keep writing whatever is there in your mind. Just keep dumping it on the paper, from your mind to the paper. Dump it all out. Write your true feelings. Most of us have had this experience during our late childhood or early adolescence where we used to write diary, right? And we made sure to keep it secret or to hide it. And we even found diaries which came with lock so that no one gets to read what we have written, our innermost feelings. But with time, we thought it was not important to do it, right? Now, let's get back to doing it. So write your true feelings here. Only then you'll be able to understand yourself better. Review periodically. Once in a month, it would be great if you can sit with your book and see what you have written so far, to see if there are any patterns or to see if there are any negative statements that you repetitively use. So when you closely look at everything that you have written, you will be able to make some meaning out of it. And this will be a great start for your self-realization. Now, types of journaling. Free writing, like I said, brain dump. Just write whatever comes to your mind at the end of the day. So you'll be able to remove it all from your head. Bullet journaling, where you make different divisions for each aspect, like for financial planning or about your emotions or what happened during the day or about your work planning. For everything, there are different divisions and you write it like bullet points, very crisp and clear. This will make you feel so much more organized, looking at what you have gone through the last 1 month and how you would want to take it further. When you have your thoughts, emotions, and your work and your planning, everything in form of points, it's much easier for you to understand it. Gratitude journal. We've already spoken about this. And planner. It is amazing to have a planner, and especially a planner which has everything that we have discussed so far. So I have already suggested a planner for you. I'll be sharing the link again in the description below. It would be great to invest on yourself because this will serve you one long year. Or if you don't want this, you can buy any planner that you like and start journaling and start planning everything so that your life will feel so much more organized and you'll feel at a better place. Art journaling. Those who are interested in art, you can doodle in it or you can express your emotions and thoughts in art form. And even this, after a few days, you can see what are the patterns in your art, whatever you have created. Dream journaling. This is one fascinating thing. I practice dream journaling. So every day before going to sleep, have an intention to remember all your dreams. And when you wake up, the first thing you would do, even before doing anything else, is to write down everything you remember. At this point, you'll remember a lot of dreams. But as time passes, you'll not be able to recollect them. It will help you understand your subconscious mind better. Planner. Now, how do we plan? We have already spoken about goal setting and 3-yearly plan, 1-yearly plan, and a lot of other habits. Now, I'll help you put everything in one place so it will be easy for you to remember and execute it. Yearly plan. We already have 3-year goals where we had decided on how we want to see ourselves in 3 years. And when it comes to yearly plan, Reflect on the current year before moving on to the new year. How did this year go? What are the major places you visited? What are the major events that happened? What was your greatest learning? What were your greatest experiences? Sit down and make a note of everything, and you will see one whole year right in front of your eyes. And ask yourself, what could have been better? How could you have worked on something that was challenging for you in that year? How would you want to use this as a learning to move forward to the next year? And then set the goal of the year. What would be the main goal? What is that you want to do in this year? What do you want to achieve this year in terms of career, in terms of being a good parent to your kids, in terms of achieving a happy family? Whatever it is, make a note of it. What do you want to learn? How do you want to get better by investing on yourself? And it would be great to move towards your yearly goal or your 3-yearly goal. So your learning should mainly concentrate on moving towards your yearly goal. What is the theme of the year? Is it gratitude? Do you want to completely put your heart and soul into being grateful and getting as powerful results as possible from this practice? So select one theme and concentrate completely on this year. Trips. What are the places you want to visit? Where do you want to travel? What kind of experiences you want to give to your kids? Books. What books do you want to read? At least mention some 5 to 10 books, depending on how much time you can give for it and how fast you can read. So have a goal. Vision board. We've already created it. If not, please do it. Don't wait for the new year. If you're watching this on any other part of the year, don't wait for the new year to start. We can start right today with whatever month it is, whatever date it is. From today, sit here and reflect your past year. And from today, start moving ahead, planning your year. So today is the best day to start anything good. So don't procrastinate. Half yearly goal. Again, we plan the next 6 months and then review the past. If you have finished 6 months, then see how the last 6 months were. Quarterly goal, where you plan next 3 months and review the past again, and you can also plan it according to seasons. If it is summer, if it is rainy, you can divide them according to seasons so that you can plan new for the kind of menu you want to plan, because in summer you would want something that cools your body and in winter you want to keep your body warm. So what kind of food goes well in what month? So that planning can happen when you slot it according to the seasons. Monthly goals. See how this month was and plan how do you want to make your next month better. Journal. I asked you to review your journal every single month. So it would be great to take time at the end of the month to review your journal. Theme. What theme would you want to use this month? You can have fun themes every month. Do you want to be grateful this month? Do you want to indulge in self-love this month? Do you want to create activities for your kids this month? And you can even plan a theme for your kids. What is that you want to teach this month? What do you want to concentrate on? Plan and set a goal for the month. Habit tracker. So what are the new habits that you want to include this month and practice it? Menu plan. It would be great to plan for a month, but you put timetable in weekly slots, right? But once in a month, look at it. If it is working well, you can keep the same menu plan, or you can make changes as required. Play dates. How often do you want to take your kids out to play? Once in a week, or once in 15 days, or 2 or 3 days a week. So whatever suits the best for you, plan that. If it is for a short trip, like trip to park, or if it is the long trip where one day you go out and spend the whole day outside, or out of station trips where you go 3 to 4 days or 5 days, or international trips, whatever it is, plan in advance. We have already done this in the yearly trips, so you'll have an idea as to what are the big trip goals. But monthly goals are usually short trip goals. Budget. Plan your budget. How much do you want to spend on shopping? How much are you spending? First, maybe you'll have to find out what is the expenses that is happening every month and how do you want to cut down on it, or how do you want to shop wisely. So when you have this information, you'll feel so much powerful because you know how you spend, where you spend, and if what you spend is worthy or not. Detox day. Every month, take a digital detox once or twice a month, and also a body detox. No sugar, no junk detox, or fasting, water fasting, fruits fasting. We have spoken about this on the day 19 while talking about eating, right? So you plan your days so that you know in advance and you can be prepared for it. Weekly goals. Again, have a goal for that week, have a theme for that week, and plan the week in advance. You can make timetables for kids, their study time, their meal time, everything, set as a timetable, which we have done during our 5 days boot camp. For yourself, where you plan what you want to do. Do you have a particular day to go to a temple, or do you take massage every now and then? What day do you use to clean your house, or what day do you use as a family day? Usually a Sunday would be a day where all the family members are at home. So you can use this as your family day. So plan like this and let it be a family affair. Let everyone know about your plans so that everyone else will be ready for it too. And a menu planner. You don't have to change it every week, but you make a timetable in the weekly layout. Daily planning, morning routine, early rising. So these are all the things that we are practicing. So early rising at 5 a.m., water therapy as soon as you wake up, holy hour, 20 minutes of exercise, 20 minutes of meditate and plan, and 20 minutes of learning. Bath, mantra, and breakfast. You can plan this the way it suits the best for you. This is just an example. So you can order it the way you like it. Day routine. What will be the time you'll be spending in the kitchen? Organizing. When do you want to organize things? Work time. Between what time do you work? Entertainment or screen time. Entertainment for if you want to do it every single day, and screen time for your kids. Gadget time. What are the times that you will be busy with the gadget? How much time would you use to check the social media? We had spoken about this during our phone dependency, gadgets, and all of that stuff. So you know how much time you want to spend. We have already planned that. So start executing it here. Learning and play. What are the times that the kids are learning? I already told you learning goes hand in hand with play. So what are the times that they are playing independently? What is the time that you would sit and play with them? So plan these things here. Self-love. When will you have me time? We already feel like the morning holy hour is our me time. But if it is possible, take out some more time for you during the day. Communicate and cuddle. Always remember to have a great conversation with your kids, with your spouse, with your family members, and make time to love each other, to hold, to hug, to cuddle. Night routine, gadgets off. At least 1 hour before going to bed, it would be wise to put your gadgets off. And kids will go early to bed because we have set an early bedtime routine for them. Peace corner, you already have set a peace corner. So go there, sit, have some peaceful time. You can even journal there, write about what happened that day and reflect upon it. And plan tomorrow. How do you want to go about the next day? What are the things that you want to accomplish the next day? Read affirmations. We have already written a list of affirmations. Just read them and feel them, right? Gratitude practice. Write at least 3 to 10 things that you're grateful for, whatever happened during the day or generally about anything in your life. Read your goal card. This is very important, right? So make note of this, guys. Please take notes. I hope you're making notes for every single important thing that you think you're learning here, right? So read the goal card just before going to bed, before closing your eyes. And once you go to bed, we can meditate, creatively visualize whatever you want to be or manifest. Relax and start imagining it, and you can drift away to sleep. If you want to start dream journaling, have an intention before you start your creative visualization that you will remember all the dreams that you see this night. And next morning, as soon as you wake up, before even doing anything else, start writing in the book. You don't even have to switch on the light. I usually use my mobile light and write it down. This is optional, only if you're interested in it. But if you do it for a week, you'll see how fascinating it is and how much more you can go deeper in understanding yourself. So what's the harm in trying it, right? So we have covered most of the things we have learned in the last 20 days. And applying this will bring about all the changes that you require to become a better person, to become a peaceful parent. Knowledge without application is useless. Start applying everything and see the magic unfold in front of you. Today's task, guys, buy a planner and stationery. It is an investment which is really worth it. This is my planner and I love journaling. I have always had this practice. There are times where I haven't done it every single day, but I am a person who loves to put the thought and emotions on a piece of paper because I know how much it helps. And buy stationery, what you like, what excites you, what kind of pens you like. Buy some color pens and make the planner look more beautiful and organized. Buy a book or learning material or course or anything. Today I want you to invest on yourself. It is great because we always think before spending too much on ourselves, right? We always buy things for others, or even if we buy, we are simply wasting on things that we don't even need. And today I want you to spend some time and money on buying something that is really helpful for you, that will help you plan your year better, your month better, your day better, and your life better. So buy a book which you have been meaning to read from a long time, which you have postponed. Or I have suggested a lot of books during the course. You can buy any book from that list. Or you can buy anything that you think will help you learn to become a better person, to understand something. Right now, guys, I want you to do the shopping now, or at least before you go to bed. And once you do this, come to the group and say, I invested on my learning. Lay out your daily routine plan and share a picture of it. I have almost given you everything, but write it down in your book so that it will be easy for you to follow it. Start journaling today. Before going to bed, follow today's night routine. And even if you haven't received your planner yet, write it on any piece of paper and sleep. You'll see how your sleep will be better tonight. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you will take some time to plan your yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily routines and goals. You're all set to rock the next year, right? Whichever part of the year you are in right now. But the next year from today is going to be all in your control. And you are the driver of it. And you will take life the way you want to go, not how the life takes you, right? You have control, so plan it and manifest your dream life. If you have any challenges, I'm always here to help you. We'll meet at the live question and answer session and you can ask me your doubts. And once you're done journaling for 1 month, come to the group and share your experience. I'll be looking forward to it. That's it for today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care.